In this tutorial, I'll be going over how to use Keyword Workspace. So, to begin, let's make a new project here, and this is where we actually store all our keywords, and program will help you keep all your keywords organized, because I know I've had lots of keywords text files and CSV files laying all over the place, and it can get a little unorganized. I'm going to press the new keyword project here, and what you could do is make projects here and store all your keywords in them to research later or research right away, or come back to them later on. It will save all your keywords in a place, so you can make projects by niches, or product niches, or by website products you want to research to maybe add and go after for a site that you have. I'm actually going to do products here, and I'm going to add a baby car seat niche, and I'll find products for baby car seats. As you can see, once you make a project here, it loads into keywords and project. Of course, I have no keywords there yet because I haven't done any keyword research. Now, if you double right click the project, it will ask you if you want to delete, if you ever want to delete a project. It'll ask you if you want to delete it. This will delete all the keywords, and you can't get it back, so be sure that you want to delete that project. And I'm just going to delete it there to show you what it does. And I'm going to add it back here, baby car seat. And I'll add another project here. Let's say VTech phones. Now we got two projects, and since I did that last, the VTech phone project is open. So I'm going to show you how to use this program to find some keywords. Here in the Keyword Workspace is actually where I can play around with my keywords or get keywords. And what I'm going to type in here is VTech phones. And I'm going to press the button down here called Suggest. And it will go out and get me some keywords, pretty relative keywords from several sources. And here we go. We have some keywords here. And what I usually do is I press Suggest twice, and that way whatever keywords you have in this field, it will go and suggest keywords for each of them. But I don't need some of these, so I'm going to take out VTech phone manuals, or batteries, or troubleshooting, or Panasonic phones. I'm going to keep it pretty, and AT&T phones. All of these right here I don't need. I'm going to keep it my niche pretty strict and not as broad, with only VTech things. So I'm going to take those out. And press Suggest again. Now, what suggesting, you can also use this browser right here to go to any keyword place you usually go to collect keywords, and it automatically opens up to the Google keyword tool here. I'm going to type VTech phones in there and search again. And here we got some more keywords. You can pick out the keywords you want. I'll just pick out a few of these to just show you as an example. VTech phone systems, VTech cordless phones, and go up to the top here and press View as Text is selected. Right click and copy. And I'm going to add this to the bottom of my list that just got done here. Now it gets you quite a bit of keywords here when you do it the second time, and I'm going to just add these to my project, and you can see it adds it in this field right here. You can always tell what project you're on, because right here it'll show you baby car seat under keywords and project. I'm going to clear this for right now. While you're researching keywords, say I find some here like I had earlier. I'll press back here. VTech just had VTech on there, I believe. Here, and search. Yeah, kids camera. This gives me ideas to work with. Maybe later on I'll do VTech cameras. Not too familiar with them, but it's an idea I can save for later. So I'll view as text, and I'll copy this. I'll put it in my search space. See, sometimes when we do searches, like this last suggestions we did, it brought in Uniden phones, and I could have added that to a different project while it was still in here. And what I'm going to do is put a new project here and put VTech cameras. This just makes it easier for research, and I'll add it to that. And I'm just going to go back to my VTech phones, but as you see, you can go back here, and I'm going to clear this by pressing the C button. This clears your workspace here, and I'm going to go to the VTech phones. You can bring helps you get ideas for things to promote. You can bring things back into the project by double-clicking the keyword here. I'll bring it back to the workspace so we can play around with it. So I'm going to add all these Panasonic ones, into this workspace, and you can delete, again, by right-clicking. You can delete keywords from the project by right-clicking on them. If you hold the Control key, of course, like regular Windows things, you can select multiple things here. And I'm going to delete that and just make a new project for my Panasonic phones and add these to them. Let's stick with VTech though here. I'm going to clear this. I'm going to bring some keywords back into my workspace here, and let's say VTech. Let's look for more VTech phone 6.0, VTech phone system. Now you can add keywords or things to the beginning of the keywords in this workspace. I'm going to add at the beginning the word by, and you can either add the word to the end or the start of the keywords here. I'm going to add by to the beginning of the keywords, and so it added that to the beginning. I'm going to add that in my project. I'm going to put this back in here, clear these, and add review to the end of my project here, and add that into my project. The keywords will always be here when you come back to them. And another cool feature is if I take this right here, add these keywords by double left clicking, I have a buyer keyword button here, and what this will do is add all my buyer keywords that I have in a file, which I'll show you how to edit in just a second here, to the beginning of whatever, or to these keywords, not just to the beginning, but however my buyer keyword file looked. I'll press buyer here, and as you can see, it added all my buyer keywords, and there's about 100 of them in there by default, and this can be edited by you anytime. It just adds all the buyer keywords, the usual ones, to your keyword, as you can see there. Now if you want to edit this file, just go to your private marker folder here and go into the includes area. Scroll down and find the file called KW Buyer Keywords. And if I open that up, you can actually see that these are all the default buyer keywords that is in there. And this token, which is 2% signs, the word product, and 2% signs at the end, will be replaced with the keyword in here. So let me just make a copy of this file, and what I'm going to do here is paste it, and I'm going to back up my old copy. So if you want to make your own buyer keyword file, I suggest you back up this the original. So I'm going to put this as a backup, and I'll rename this to the file. It needs to remain that same file name, but I'm going to open this up and clear everything in there. and make my own buyer file. And I'll put the word buy before the product and 2 % signs with the product word there, and 2 more % signs, excuse me, there. And I might do one that says product review, and you can add this in your own however you like, and I'm going to save that. Now if I clear this, and let's add these phones back in and hit the buyer file, you'll see it only comes up with the new keywords in there that I had originally put in the file. And that is how you edit the buyer keyword file, and it can be used to add whatever you like actually to the beginning and end of a keyword. You just need to put your token in there and add what words you want. Now I'm going to clear this, and this is the part of the program that's really going to help a lot of people out, because if you are not new to keyword research, you know, it takes a while if you go back and forth and try to find keywords that you want to hit by looking at the competition and so on. So what I'm going to do next is here where it says Internet Browser Workspace, it will change to our research workspace if you double click on, if you just click on the button, no need to double click on, and all your keywords will show up here. As you can see, as I change projects, all those keywords that we got for these other projects are in there. And I'm going to show you what this research area does and why it's will probably help lots of you out doing your keyword research. Okay, so this part of the program will do your keyword research for you, and what it does is it will go and check your competition by Google, going to Google and checking your exact competition. That's what e-competition stands for. It will go into the Google AdWords, your AdWords keyword tool, and check how many exact searches there is a month, how many exact local searches and global searches there is a month. It'll also show you your broad competition and your broad global searches a month for the keyword, your broad local searches. And also there's something unique here, these two last fields. Many keyword guys that do a lot of keyword research use this data from the in title, in anchor competition and last page competition, and I haven't seen that in any other keyword research program yet. But I will show you, for those of you who don't know what this is, what data this brings back. Now, before you do anything of the researching, you need to put in your Google account name and password here. And what this does is it will log into your Google account for when it searches your exact global searches and the search data, so you don't have to put in a CAPTCHA every time. And the delay here, for those of you who don't use proxies or even use proxies, should keep this delay at 7 to 10. You can use proxies and enable them by putting here. Your proxy format is, of course, proxy and proxy port. Also, if you have a username in there, it would be proxy and then proxy port user name and then password if you were to use proxies. You do not need to use proxies with the delay at 7 to 10 seconds, and like I said before, when you have proxies, I still suggest using the delay. This is only because Google can still catch you doing your researches on the Google keyword tool, where we get our search results here, even when you have proxies. I don't know how they do it, but they do it, probably because we're logged in. So still keep this delay at 7 to 10. And those are the settings, basic settings you need to do. before we start doing any research. Now I'm going to do some research on some keywords that I think I might want to go after here for VTech phones. But actually, let me show you another example of what you can use this for, and what I actually use it for. I use it in conjunction a lot with the Amazon researcher that I've been testing that I showed you in the last video. And so I'm going to go to baby car seat here and open up my last search results here for the Amazon product researcher. For those of you who don't have it, you can still do your regular Amazon product research at Amazon. And I'm going to right click this car seat, baby car seat here, Graco Nautilus. And I'm going to paste it in here. And usually what brings back the best suggestions for when you're researching product keywords is the first two words. I mean, you got to use your brain a little bit here, but we really don't need car seat. Graco Nautilus will not be a digital camera. We know it's going to be a car seat, and so do the places we're going to get suggestions from. So I'm going to just delete this and put the first two words, basically the name, brand, and the model. And I'm going to get some suggestions here. Now you can always toggle back and forth here to use the browser while things are happening here, but I've got some pretty good keywords here, and I'm going to add this to my baby car seat thingamabobber to the baby car seat project. Sorry, a little early for me here. And I've got a bunch of keywords here I can already go after. I actually like to use a lot of times when doing products is the review. So I'm going to just add reviews to the end. You never have to really worry if there's duplicates in here. I mean, if it says review, you have to take that out. But if you have duplicates that are already in here, it will not put duplicates into the project when you add them. So now I've got a bunch of keywords and my settings are all set. Now I use the control button here, your control key on your keyboard, to select multiple categories. So what I'm going to do here is select Graco Booster Seat Review, Graco Nautilus Booster, and Graco Nautilus Reviews. And once you select these keywords, you just press Research Selected. And what this will do is it'll actually do the initial research for you of these keywords I selected. And like I said before, it will bring back the competition, the exact competition in Google. Let me open my browser here. So, Graco Booster Seat Review. These are the numbers right here that it's bringing back for exact searches. I'll show you this while it's doing its research. By the way, if you do a lot of researching at one time here, you can hide the program in the background by clicking the icon in the tray where your time is, your clock is on your computer, and double click it and it will hide the program. This is the exact results, and of course broad results look like this, and these are the numbers right here that it will return to us, and it's used in, of course, most keyword researching to find if you should go after the keyword or not. Now let's go back here. Okay, to explain the in-title anchor competition for those of you who don't know what that is, lots of people use it to find a more accurate competition data for their site. Supposedly, when you type the in-title in anchor competition, when you use that to look for your competition. It's a more accurate result of how many websites you're competing against. And so this in Google, when you're doing your keyword research, would look like this right here. In title, in anchor, Graco Nautilus reviews, and this is the result it brings back. And this is supposedly a more accurate result than just researching the keyword in just quotes by itself. Now, the last page competition that we see here in the Keyword Workspace, 313, supposedly even gives you a better advantage or accurate advantage of your competition. Supposedly, if you go to the last page, it gives you even a more accurate result. As you can see, it's 312 results, and it has changed from the about 253 results. So this gives you a more accurate competition, how many people you're competing with, supposedly going to this last page. And people get good results by using this data. The lower it is, the better, of course. And that's the data it brings back here in the last page competition. And now, when we always come back to, if you close the programs, you can always come back here to your projects, and it'll always save your information. And you can always update it again if you haven't used it for a while. But here is what really is great. Say you find a great keyword here. It'll dig even deeper and even do more research by just looking at this preliminary results, and you find a good keyword. You can double click on that keyword, and actually the program will go ahead and do an even more detailed research here. And what it will tell you, it will show you, of course, your data already here in this report. It'll also show you your competition, your exact sites you're competing for in the top 10, their page rank for the pages that they have, how many backlinks according to Google that they have to that page, and how many backlinks their original domain has, their root domain has according to Alexa. It'll also show you that it'll show you this data for both your exact and broad competition, and it'll also check to see what domains are available in that keywords for that keyword. And that file is another file that you can edit to your liking. So when it does this report, it will tell you, check those domains that you want to be available. So it takes a little bit for it to do. If you're doing this research, the more in-depth one, actually you should change the delay down a lot less. If you're not doing too many of them, you change the delay down because it doesn't need to be as long as a delay when you're searching for the research. And as you can see, it's actually kind of tells you what it's doing. Let me pause it for a second while it's doing its next research, and I'll be right back when it's done to show you the report it makes. Hi, I'm back, and our detailed report is done here, and actually you can view it here, or you can click right here to open it up in your default browser. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now it loads a Google Trends widget in here, so I'm going to allow block content. And what this report shows here is, of course, your exact competition, your exact global searches, already what data we pulled, but also you'll be able to see here over time if the word is even actually being, the keyword is actually even being searched. Also, in exact competition, we get to see the top 10 sites. This one has 7, and that's because some of the sites in there on the first page were YouTube videos, and right here shows you their title. It shows you the PR of the page if they have any. Also shows you how many backlinks the page actually has according to Google. When you do their links search query, and also shows you their root domains backlinks according to Alexa. And down here we have broad competition, and these would be the ones that would be competing with in the broad competition. And this is just great data which makes it easier for you to select a keyword to go after, and it actually saves time instead of going back and forth in the browser. Also, here are available domains with your keyword, and this file is also, you can also edit this file to check keywords that you want, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. I check domains that you want. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Now if we go to our includes folder again, where we edit the other file I showed you, the keyword buyer keyword file. If you go in here, you'll see a file called available domains. Now you can change this. The token this time is 2% signs and the word keyword, and 2% signs, and then whatever you want in the front or the end. So if I wanted to add to this file and for it to check these domains, I would put keyword, and maybe I would like to check if it has review.com at the end, or my, and whatever the keyword is, review.com. And basically the keyword section here will be replaced with your keyword that we're researching with no spaces and also with dashes. So this would, as you can see here, my old file, let me push this down here, it search GrecoNautilusBooster.com, which is available, and that went from there. It'll also make the keyword in dashes if it has spaces, and again check that keyword. Then it went to the .net that was here, and so you can edit this file to your liking of what you would like to, available domains you would like it to check when it does deeper research. I'm going to save that file and go back to my Keyword Workspace here. So this is basically how you use the program. Right now the program works with Google US. I'm pretty sure it's going to work okay for Google in other countries, Google AdWords, to grab the competition parts, but I'm sure we'll get reports on that when we have our users using it from different countries. And this is how you use Keyword Workspace.